Okay, we're going to have a look at testing for cations, section 2.47 on the syllabus. The first bit that we're going to look at is this ion here, NH4+. So we've got a solution and we think it could contain ammonium ions, could contain NH4+. How do we check that it contains ammonium ions? Well, we add some sodium hydroxide to it, and that gives us a solution. We then need to heat that solution very gently, and if it releases a gas which turns damp red litmus paper, it turns it blue. Remember from a couple of lessons ago, the gas that turns damp red litmus paper blue is ammonia. Then the gas was ammonia, which means that the original solution was NH4+ ions, ammonium ions. So if you've got an unknown solution, add sodium hydroxide to it and warm it. If it releases ammonia gas, then the original solution, this solution here, contained ammonium ions. If, when we add sodium hydroxide to that solution, it doesn't do this, then we could try something else. So we've got our unknown solution, we add sodium hydroxide to it. If it gives a blue PPT is precipitate, if it gives a blue precipitate, then that tells us that the original sample, this sample here, contained copper 2 ions. If we have a solution, and when we add sodium hydroxide to it, it doesn't give a blue precipitate, if instead it gives a green precipitate, then that tells us that the original sample here contained iron 2+ ions. If, when we add to our unknown solution sodium hydroxide and it gives a brown precipitate, then that original sample contained iron 3 ions. So this is a very quick summary of how you would test for an unknown solution. That unknown solution could contain copper ions, copper 2+ ions, iron 2+ ions, or iron 3 ions, or ammonium ions. Essentially add sodium hydroxide. If you don't get a precipitate, warm it up, it'll give ammonia gas, then that means the original solution was ammonium ions. If you get a blue precipitate, copper 2+ ions, green precipitate, iron 2+ ions, red-brown precipitate, iron 3+ ions. Okay, hopefully that helps.